Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Thursday, April 27th, 2023. And we begin with a message from one local Little League to overzealous parents. If you talk the talk, you'll have to walk the walk. In Deptford Township, New Jersey, 2 volunteer umpires quit last week following instances of verbal abuse coming from parents in the stands who argued their calls. Now, those who think they could do the job better will have to prove it. If a spectator is caught mouthing off during a game, a new rule requires them to suit up and umpire 3 games before being allowed back in the stands. So far, the plan already has one big fan, Little League International's president and CEO, Stephen Keener, who says the idea shines a light on the importance of treating everyone with respect on and off the field. One Texas town is taking a hands-on approach to the national teacher shortage by training its high schoolers to become educators. In its first year, Cast Teach campus in San Antonio signed up 85 ninth graders who are getting real-life experience teaching music, STEM, and other subjects to kids at a local elementary school. The need for more teachers is real. According to ABC News, more than 3/4 of U.S. states are experiencing a teacher shortage. In San Antonio's Northside Independent School District, where Cast Teach is located, administrators had to fill 200 openings for this academic year. District leaders hope that the new program will turn out teachers who stay and teach in the local community. Visitors to California's Yosemite National Park have to put their hiking on hold. Rangers there are closing most of the natural attractions starting tomorrow due to flooding concerns. After a massive winter snowfall, a heat wave has settled in over much of the state, and it's expected to rapidly melt the snowpack, making roads, campsites, and hiking trails wet, muddy, and difficult to navigate. The park is expected to reopen next week, but Alan Haynes, a local hydrologist, predicts the snowmelt could continue into August. In other KidNuz notes, there's a brand new Barbie in town, one that represents people with Down syndrome. Mattel introduced her Monday after working with the National Down Syndrome Society and 2 young women who have it to make sure they got it right. Down syndrome is a genetic condition marked by an extra chromosome, and each year about 6,000 babies are born with it. Advocates call the new Barbie a huge step forward for inclusion. The company's growing Fashionistas line has 175 different looks, including dolls with the skin condition vitiligo, dolls with no hair, and a doll with a darker skin tone, and a gold prosthetic limb. And after spending 8 years in the driver's seat belting out songs with some of the world's biggest celebrities, James Corden has taken his final Carpool Karaoke ride with Adele at the wheel. Mr. Corden and the singer are good friends in real life, and her first Carpool sing-along in 2016 remains the most watched Carpool Karaoke with over 260 million views to date. Other stars who've joined Corden in the front seat include Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, BTS, Paul McCartney, and even First Lady Michelle Obama. The talk show host is leaving the Late Late Show hosting gig to move back to England. Tonight, CBS will air a special primetime Carpool Karaoke episode a few hours before Mr. Corden signs off for the last time. That's it for KidNuz. Now, the KidNuz quiz. How is one Little League dealing with poor parent behavior? By making them work as umpires. Why is most of Yosemite National Park closing tomorrow? Due to expected flooding from melting snow. In San Antonio, how many ninth graders signed up to train as teachers in a new program? 85. What singer appears in the final Carpool Karaoke? Adele. In our KidNuz Kicker, if you're worried about climate change and want to do something about it, consider planting a tree. Tomorrow is Arbor Day, a day to celebrate trees and their importance to our planet. By absorbing carbon dioxide, trees help reduce greenhouse gases, ultimately leading to healthier air for all to breathe. In addition to helping the environment, your tree may also one day provide a future home for birds and other cute critters in your neighborhood, not to mention some much-needed shade for those hot summer days. Before we go, we want to shout out our terrific KidNuz teachers, starting with Mrs. Prendergast and her Dolphins at Ginfoss Elementary in Tustin, California. Mr. Cicero and his Tigers at Central School in Helena, Montana. Mrs. Martin and her Cougars at Bainbridge Elementary in Bainbridge, Indiana. To Illinois for Mrs. DeTomo and her Lynxes at Lincoln Elementary in Plainfield, and Mrs. Pichos and her class mascot Jasper the Cat at Chadwick Milledgeville School in Milledgeville. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.